It's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
Hey. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Check safety. Ship. Hey, smash Bronco. Watch the ship. Hey.
Burrow gets this one quickly out wide. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A 6-yard pickup brings up.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Now it's Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Burrow on his toes that time as they get the first down. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. A first carry here for Joe Mixon. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory.
Mixon, the ball
tackled there by Alex Anzalone.
Midfield to the 49.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens' 44. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
That's out to the left and complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on 3rd down. Even better decision.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Under 10. Watch out. Whip. Street. Watch the whip.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. Open man is Ross, complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
It's a
good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the Ravens' 25-yard line.
Check 3. Rush in. Big edge. He's coming. Double up.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Mixon, the ball carrier.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. This is out quickly to the right, and he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, here's Burrow, 1st down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. Second down.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
Incomplete.
The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away. But they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd down, Burrow. He's going to let one fly for Tate. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now it's Burrow. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Cincinnati Bengals.
They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
1st and 10.
That's a play that'll likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
35-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
On 2nd down now, Mixon. And he gets it down to the 32. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 33-yard line.
And now they will throw it with Burrow. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
That's good for a Cincinnati Bengals.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Ravens 3, Bengals 0.
They'll give it to Mixon. And And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure.
And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. It's the fullback. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals have taken the lead.
Kicker on for the point.
And that's why you have the fullback, Charles. Couldn't get it in the play before with a smaller guy. Turned to a little more power. They score it.
And now it has to warm the hearts of a lot of old school football fans. They love when they get to see a little bit of power football.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. There he goes right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Baltimore.
Lamar Jackson. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. Well, we've certainly seen this before, CD. No one can quite electrify a crowd like Lamar Jackson, and really don't know what else to say other than that was special right there.
I think you pretty much said it all, but I go back to what you said about electrifying a crowd. He's also electrifying us, and we're calling the game. This guy is simply sensational.
Catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Burrow looking to pass. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now they go play action now. Burrow. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals, and if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
By Marcus Peters. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Ravens' 44-yard line.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. And that's incomplete. The tight end, C.J. Uzomah, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown 1 interception. Almost threw a 2nd one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. 1st down.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill. Check the Panther 60. Panther 60. You gonna take.
Back to the ground, this time with Bell. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11 now.
At the 35-yard line.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Auden Tate, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bengals are once again going to retake the lead. And he'll bang that one through.
Makes the score Bengals 14, Ravens 10.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Bengals grab it. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Well, that's unfortunate because he had a nice run going, but give credit to the defense. They got a hand in the cookie jar there, CD.
You have to think about vision, finding a place to get down after you know you've gotten all you can out of a run, and obviously ball security is paramount. In today's football, everyone's coming after the rock. You've got to make sure you protect it and protect the yardage you just gained.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
What's the screen? Shift. 25. Smash, Bronco. 25. No.
On 2nd down, Mixon. And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Now he's going to throw, and this is caught inside the 5. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it?
I don't think even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
Here's a run with Mixon. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. It's the fullback with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals add on to their lead. It's good, and it's 21-10.
Makes the score Bengals 21, Ravens 10.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack.
4 yards.
Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what...
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And he will be brought down. His time is now run out on this first half of action. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone, and he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
He's got the first down here inside the 30. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
1st down, Ravens.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Ingram, the ball carrier.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. from the gun, Jackson. And that'll bring up 4th down as his Cincy defense stands up on 3rd.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored a point.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Derek Wolfe breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. They go play action with Burrow. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. He's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
For a Cincinnati Bengals. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On 1st down, Mixon. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this 2nd half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
Yards to go.
Burrow will throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
I just
Nice
hit
way
X
to start
twice
the
and I just
drive,
got
a
lucky
gain
as
of
fuck.
12 and a 1st down.
But I'll take it.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Here's Jackson to throw. Buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Here's Ingram. And a short gain down to about the 33. Logan Wilson that time there to bring him down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
Jackson's
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
a gain of 8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Flush to his right. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run here with Mixon. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
On the carry.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. On 2nd down, here's Burrow. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
He's going to sling this deep down. He's got it at the 15. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. 55 yards. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Makes the score Bengals 28, Ravens 13.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here? Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points, but the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Looking for Andrews again. He's got him this time. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 42. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Jackson will throw again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. William Jackson with a pick. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
No gain on the play. Brings up
out of the gun. It's Burrow
at the 29-yard line.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. The Bengals on 3rd down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
10 yards to go.
Check 26, check 26.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the Ravens' 40-yard line.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Get that ball. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. SOS.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Got a man open. It's Ross. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. A good display of power, but ultimately it gets him just inside the 5 to the 4 and no further. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now Joe Mixon. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line.
It's a loss of 4.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal. Here's Stick looking to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. He'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a 4th down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick here is good. And that will make this now an 18-point ball game. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
The Ravens take over 1st and 10.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Troy Apke. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Through an opening, and there he goes. The 40. Past the 20. And can you believe this? It's 2 points the other way on the fumble return. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Von Bell. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 for a Bengals TD.
Touchdown, Bengals.
Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick-6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench?
Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. This will be caught at about the 5.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
And this carries into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach...
And now here is another interception. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks.
That's good.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team.
And all he takes off with it, it's a fake. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards.
Partner, that type of a lead, and they're going to fake it from the 15 to try and pick up a 2-point play instead of kicking it through the post. Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on. Come on. Don't do that.
Put that in mothballs.
Yeah, preserve that for it. That's an ancient relic. Faking it. I can understand. You want to rub it in a little. You fake it when you snapped it from the 3. But from the 15, mothball that bad boy, just like my grandma.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 30. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
Pass intercepted. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. Now it looks like he'll throw here. He's going to let one fly for Tate. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.
49.
But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Cincinnati, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they'll fall to 1-2, and they'll get a home date next week against the Minnesota Vikings. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.